Hello, everybody. Welcome to the. I guess this is going to be what I would call the first episode of the rebranding, where it was Cavelli Channeling Presents, and then I changed it and it was Kevin the Medium Presents, and I didn't like that. So now it is Tuning into Truth. Today we have the absolute pleasure, and I'm probably going to screw up her last name because I was so worried about getting her first name correct that I didn't even ask how to pronounce her last name. So I'm not even going to say her last name. She can tell you when she comes on. Marliana. See, I was so concentrating. Marliana, and I believe it. Oh, let me push this right button. Alisemon. Is that right? Alisemon.
Marliana Alisemon.
It was too easy. How are you, Marliana? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. We first met, seems like a lifetime ago, but it was only a few years back when myself and Alana were putting together our first spirit fairs in Calgary.
Yeah, that's where we met. I was trying to put a finger on it. I was like, where did I meet you?
Yeah. I think that was where we met the first time. Yes. I think I've seen you since at different fairs, but that was the first one I seen you at. And you stood out to me because you're such a joy. You walk into a room and the actual energy that comes off you is just so powerful and so positive that it's unique in this time frame. So many people, even spiritual people in our spiritual community, come into a fair and they're grumpy. They've had a tough morning. I remember you coming in and you were just a bundle of energy, and it really stuck out to me. Then you gifted me, and I wish I was at my home office. You gifted me a beautiful painting that I actually have still hanging in my office. So thank you for that. Thank you for being you. That's really cool.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. You bring me on and you're like, let's butter this bit.
Oh, yeah.
Remember
we talked about it.
I know. Just like we talked about my name.
Marliana.
Nice work.
No, that's not right. Is it Marliana? Is it
Marliana?
Marliana Alisemon.
There you go.
What do they call you for short, Mar?
No.
Dang it.
Call me Marliana.
You know I'm going to screw that up 10 times during this next hour.
Okay.
So Marliana is you call yourself, and it's an interesting word you chose, worldwide evidential psychic medium.
Yes.
Worldwide evidential psychic medium. Explain that to people. If someone just walked into a spirit fair, they were staying at the hotel, they've never been to a spirit fair, how would you explain that to them?
Okay, well, I offer services on a global stage, so I call myself a worldwide medium. The evidential part is evidence. I give you clear, concrete evidence of loved ones that have passed. I give you clear, concrete evidence of things that are going on in your life. I can get weirdly specific.
Yes.
I give you clear, concrete evidence of things that are going on in your family's lives. I have helped locate a couple of missing persons.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's where like the evidential comes in. It's like I'm very evidence-based.
Nice. So you talk to dead people from all over the world. That's what you do.
Exactly.
People ask me what I do, and I smile and I say, I talk to dead people.
Pretty much.
That's what we do. It's awesome.
Exactly. Dead people, your team of light, your guides.
Exactly. Now, how long have you been doing this as a profession? I'll use that word.
As a profession, I'd say about 6 years now, 5-6 years.
So about the same length of time, 2020-ish was when you first. when I first started, that beginning of COVID, I think a lot of us did some really good things for people, and we all look at the bad. I can look at the bad because I caught COVID and I was very sick with it, but it also gave me the opportunity to slow down, and that's when I started doing what I'm doing. So good. Now I want to kind of go back. Your guides are making me do this. So,
I knew I was going to be in trouble.
how far back would you say you go with where you heard things, felt things, knew things other people weren't telling you about?
Oh my gosh. A little girl.
Yeah.
I remember being in my pink room with my little day bed, and I would be laying there at night and I could see, of course, they would present themselves as skeletons. Like, why? I'm 4, maybe.
Yeah.
And you're showing me as skeletons, and I
Why?
can hear you coming up through the basement, up the stairs, in the kitchen, down the hallway to my bedroom. I can hear you freaking walking, but you're presenting yourself as a skeleton to a little 4-year-old girl. What the frick?
Like, why couldn't it have been a pink pony?
Why couldn't it have been a pony? Why couldn't it have been like a skin-covered human with eyes and hair? Why did I have to see skeletons?
It's funny. I knew we would connect this way. And I love the words you said. They presented themselves as, because that's what they do. They present themselves as whatever they feel you're going to be most comfortable with. And so apparently at 6 years old, you were very comfortable.
Why did they think I was comfortable with skeletons?
Well, I think maybe it was because you associated skeleton with someone who has crossed over. So that way you would understand this is a dead person.
Oh, I understood very friggin' quickly, I'll tell you what. I would be downstairs playing with my sister, and my mom and my stepdad would be down there, and they'd be transferring from beta to VHS. And I could hear people cooking and playing in the kitchen, and I would tell them, and they'd, shh, nah, you're just imagining things. Nah,
Yes.
like, there's people fucking cooking upstairs. Come on, I can see this. There's people freaking cooking, and yeah, that started really young.
So, did you, like a lot of us, did you bury that when through the years? How did you deal with it?
I think I buried a lot of it. I went through a lot, a lot of trauma, neglect, abuse, etc. Right? So when you go through those kinds of things, especially as a little person trying to grow up and trying to get a handle on being in this world, you kind of close those things off. So I did that for a long time. And of course, there would be things that would peek in here and there. There would be apparitions and entities that would peek in here and there, kind of like warnings to me, like you're headed down the wrong path here. This is what's going to happen. And they would show themselves to me. And it's like, oh, shit.
But we do it anyways.
Nope, I don't see you. And for a long time, I didn't listen, and I created a lot of my own suffering. And around 2015, I started listening. And then I had a car accident in 2018, and that led me to a complete stop in my life in every way. And then they were like, okay, you're really ready to listen. And I was like,
so you broke up there. What happened in 2018?
I had a really bad car accident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were on Deerfoot Trail here in Calgary, and for people who don't know that, that's like a major highway through the city, and that was our first day of vacation, my husband, myself, and my son, and we were going to see a movie at the movie theaters that had the recliners. We weren't going to the ones nearby us because they didn't have the recliners.
Of course.
Right? And we're on the highway, and there's an accident in front of us. All these red lights are showing themselves, so we're stopping down and we're slowing, and the guy behind us was on his phone full 110, just whacked into the back of us. We flew 7 car lengths. We all blacked out and suffered injuries that are still ongoing to this day.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's not funny, but it sometimes it takes that type of major event to really make us humans go, oh, I'm supposed to be paying attention to something different than what I'm paying attention to. So that's really where your path started?
That's really where I jumped on to what I was supposed to be doing with my life. Previous to that, I was bodybuilding. I was running a dental office. I was in the gym 2 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week. I
Oh,
was
wow.
eating like 13 eggs at a time. I should show you some pictures. Like, I had all the muscles. And a part of that was like
Your
the self.
guides just literally showed me your head on a skeleton body. They have a sense of humor.
They do. I know. I frigging argue with them and I tell them to F off all the time. Like we have a bond.
Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, it was a mask for me, right? I was like, I'm gonna be so strong, nobody's gonna hurt me anymore. And I
Makes
went through
sense.
this whole thing of like bodybuilding and being strong and going through all of this thing. And then this car accident happened. It was like, no, you are not supposed to be doing this. Knock it off.
Wow. So
Yeah.
had you walked down, had you dipped your toe spiritually before that? Or was,
Yes. My whole life, I have been intensely pulled to Indigenous traditions.
yes.
Leading up to this, I have been pulled into sweats with friends along the way, Indigenous friends. They would take me to their sweats, potlucks after. I bought a whole bunch of, I'm aging myself here, CDs of like the native flutes and music. And I I I encountered a man at one point who was much older than me. He was Indigenous, and he taught me how to use sweetgrass and how to do like a 5-day cleanse and
Oh, wow.
all of this stuff. So my whole life, I have been kind of pulled towards the Indigenous community, and so I would do this. And there was a point in my life where I was talking to Creator every night before bed. Bless this person, please look after this person, I'm so grateful for everything in my life. And it would be an hour of this conversation and then I would end up falling asleep talking to Creator.
Nice.
Yeah.
So cool. And did that was that prior to the car crash, before or
Yes,
after? That was prior to.
that was prior to. It was another kind of big moment in my life where my mom had died in her own car accident when I was 20, and my father, extremely toxic man, and that's his journey. But we got into it, and he actually like hit me one night, and I said, "I'm out of here."
Yes.
And I went and lived at what's no longer there anymore, the Stetson Inn Hotel.
Oh, wow.
Trail. I lived there for a few weeks, and then I ended up finding myself an apartment. And then when I moved in there, things just kept rolling. So every time I've had these big moments in my life, I have been connected. I have been told. I have been looked at. And you know, when we listen, we suffer less. And I tend to like not listen.
It's a thing. They're
Well, you know,
literally,
you're freaking 20 and you've got all of this abuse and you're partying and you're trying to find yourself and you know, there's
yes.
things, right? So I listened like this much and I didn't listen like this much and went through
And
everything.
it's funny to listen to your story and compare it to my story and other stories I've heard. And every story is different, but it's the same. It's the we all dipped our toes and we were like, yes, we should. I know we should be doing that, but that's not as much fun as what I'm doing over here. So I'm going
Right.
to continue doing what I'm doing over here. And it does take a real smack to stop you. Mine was 2020 COVID, and I had nothing better to do. And so I took a course with Ken Lewicki, and that's changed my life, literally, drastically in 30 seconds. I knew this is what I was supposed to be doing. What was that moment for you? What was that? I need to
Oh,
be sharing this with other people.
oh, I got a story for you. So, car accident happened. And I was going through physio and chiro and massage and doing all of these things. And I met a massage therapist. I won't share her name, but she was also a Reiki master. And her Reiki had been turned off for quite some time. And she met me, and all of a sudden it was turned on.
Oh.
All right. There's something bigger at play here at this point, right? And she goes, I don't know why, but I have to be right here. Okay, cool. Do it. And I'm like, like whatever. Just gotta sit here overthinking while you're having your heart on my hand, your hand on my heart space. And all of a sudden I could see these swirls of purple in my eyes and green in my eyes. And I'm going, okay, well, that's cool. And so I pay for my massage and I'm driving home, and all of a sudden my heart is like beating with purpose. And it keeps getting louder and louder. And I'm like, what the fuck? Am I having a heart attack? Like, I didn't fucking know what was going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I need to meditate because this is getting weird. So I meditate laying down because I'm going to be cozy, right? So
Yeah.
I lay down and I get my blanket on and I've got my pillow behind my neck and I've got my ears things in and I'm meditating. And through the whole meditation, my heart just kept getting louder and louder and louder. And it was like pulsing in my chest. I'm going, what the hell is happening here? And by the end of the day, I was in a full blown heart opening. I was crying. There was so much joy. You could have been stabbing me in the back and I could have been like, I love you.
No. Wow.
Keep stabbing me, please. My husband didn't understand what was going on. I was so happy and joyous and the tears would not stop coming. And we were going for dinner that night. We went to Joey's. Joey Tomatoes, not Joey only.
Okay.
And I know damn well Joey Tomatoes, half the food's frozen and they just pull it out and whatever, right? It's not fresh. But I had this steak. Those people in that restaurant, I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but I was grunting and groaning. I was falling out of my chair. This steak was the best flipping steak I'd ever had in my life. I was crying. I was like, Craig, I don't know what this is, but this is the best steak ever. And I'm moaning like, you know, things are happening. And everybody's looking at me and I tip the guy like an absorbent amount of money because this is the best meal I ever freaking had. And we come home and my husband's like, I don't know how to be in your energy. It's so beautiful. What is happening? And I'm like, I don't know.
I have no clue.
I woke up crying, the same feeling. I had this like whole energy in my heart space. And I called my girlfriend and I was like, I need to talk. And she's like, what's happening? So I explained it and she's like, you're going through an awakening. You're going to get a gift.
Nice.
I don't understand. Am I getting money? Like, what is this?
Someone's going to give me a present? That's cool.
Yeah. Well, you know, and I was in the Peters drive-in later that day and the hamburger was the same freaking thing. Like I was crying, talking to my girlfriend. She's like, what is happening to you? I was like, that's the best burger I've ever had. And this heart opening, this energy lasted for almost half a year.
Wow.
I was touching the other side for almost half a year, this complete bliss, this complete love. And at that point, Creator told me, you're going to do this on a global stage.
Nice.
And we're going to train you. So I spent a year training with my guides, with Archangel Gabriel, how to listen, how to see, how to feel. It was like this whole course, just me and them.
Nice.
And then one day they're like, okay, offer your services. I was like, cool, okay, doing it. Haven't looked back. There was no fear there. I was like, okay, cool.
Well, it was funny because, see, similar journey again, but I had to have a physical course I took, and that's where Ken came in. And I remember after level 2 of his course, he says, now go out and give 20 readings to friends and family before you take level 3. Well, I did like 75 in a month because it was just like, oh my gosh, this is the best feeling in the world. And it had nothing to do with what I was saying, even though what I was saying meant something to the client I was saying it to. It was right at that point, it was how it made me feel. And I had never felt like that before. So I get when you're saying, oh my God, that's the best steak in the world. That's that absolute bliss that happens. You can't explain it. And you did. You had the best explanation.
Oh my God, people thought I was having an orgasm eating this goddamn steak. They were just like bug-eyed at me. What is this girl doing? You have no idea. Taste this steak.
It's so good.
So friggin' good.
And no, there's no drugs involved. This is just natural.
Exactly.
Oh boy. So let's go back. If you could go back, ooh, goosebumps. And knowing what you know now, what would you tell teenage Marliana? What would you tell her that what you feel would give her that hope, that light that she didn't have?
Oh my gosh.
Good question, eh?
It is a good question. And there's so many things I would tell myself, like, just shut up and listen. One,
Yes.
just you don't know everything. Yeah. Well, like listen, ears,
Yes.
mind's eye, your feelings, your heart, your intuition, like listen with everything you are. You don't know everything. Quit
Yes.
attaching to limiting beliefs, quit attaching to the societal status, quit attaching to ego, and just be in the flow of what is there.
Yes. Ooh.
People don't understand you. People don't get you. People shove you aside. People bully you. People put you down. And it's because they know, they feel you, they understand you, and they don't like that feeling. The truth is scary.
Oh yeah, right?
The truth is really scary. And there's a lot of people still to this day who will look at me and run.
Oh yeah.
They'll just
And you know what?
take off and
It's
run. And
like
I'm like, okay,
the
see ya.
energy that comes from you. I can understand people who
Yeah,
don't understand that energy will be like, yeah, no. And that's okay because not everybody's supposed to be sitting in front of you. And I say that to people all the time. You don't come sit in front of me by accident. There's always a purpose and there's always a reason why you're sitting in front of me, whether it be on Zoom or whether it be at a market. There's always a reason. And our job is to find out what that reason is,
exactly.
right?
Exactly. Yeah. And I think the other thing I would tell her is like, you don't need to drink to hide.
Yes.
I did a lot of drinking to hide,
Yep.
and you don't need to. It's okay to be seen. Your space in this world is valued.
Yes. And you know what? There's a lot of people out there, and the reason I was pushed to ask that question because they wanted me to ask it, and I was like, yeah, no, and then it was like, okay, I'll ask that question. They don't
Tell me.
give up. They don't
No,
give
you
up
don't.
that easy.
Relentless.
Funny. But there is people out there that are going through what you went through, what I went through, where it's like we're hearing, seeing, feeling things other people don't. And that's not normal. And it's hard enough to be a teenager and then add that in top of that. Whew. See, and I buried it for years and years. I wasn't till into my 50s really that I accepted who I was and what was happening and why I was seeing and feeling and hearing things that other people didn't.
Mhm.
So if remember we had talked off the air, and I always say the purpose of doing these discussions is if one person can hear one thing, this whole hour will be worth it, or 40 minutes or whatever we do go. When you when you're connecting, when you're getting ready to do a session, is
Mhm.
there a procedure? I don't want to even use that word. Is there
No,
a ceremony or something you go through to prepare
no,
yourself?
no. If I'm
Yeah,
told to, I'll smudge. If I feel like it, I'll use my sound chimes here and do a little boo boo. But really, no. I'm
yeah.
always connected. It's 24/7.
Thank you. And we talk about it. We say we're always connected. And then people like, so you have dead people talking to you all the time. Can you
Uh-huh.
explain that? Yeah. Yeah. Hi.
So
When you go out for steak, I'm hoping you're not grunting and groaning and talking.
no, it's been integrated in embodiment, right? So it's just a part of who I am now, and I think that's why I've got such a great energy and
Right?
everything else, right? So, but for me, it's all the time. So a good example would be I was in Cochrane here a couple weeks ago, and I was at the Wendy's buying a salad, and there was a girl behind me who had a giant belt buckle on, just this early teenager, and her mom was there, and I was told to turn around. I'm going, can I just buy my salad? And they're like, no, turn around. Okay, cool. So I turn around and they're like, she lost her dad. She needs you to talk to her. Her dad's here. And then her dad's like, tell this to her, please. Tell this to her. And I'm like, they don't want to talk. They're looking at me like I got 5 heads. They don't want anything to do with me. And they were so insistent. And I was like, give you a card. If you want to talk to me, talk to me. Reach out, send me an email. I'm not going to sit here and have an in-depth conversation with dad on the other side when they're not ready for that.
Yes.
But they are insistent. They will do it 24/7 in every situation.
Oh, see,
I have tried to go to bed and they're like, hello. I will get knocks on my head, like, pay attention.
We're talking here.
Yeah. And I'm like, sleep time.
I tell my guides, it's like, you have like 24 hours in a day to talk to me. I'm taking 8 of those hours and I'm sleeping. Don't talk to me while I'm sleeping. If you want, you can come into a dream. That works, but don't wake me up. They still do it at 3 o'clock. I still wake up. Not all the time, but I still get woken up. And you just know. It's just, you don't even have to look at the clock. You're just like, okay, what up? Who is it? What do you need?
Yep. I have been woken up with happy birthday going in my head. Like,
no.
The fuck? Oh.
No. Yeah, I've made it I'm going to use the word policy for myself that I won't approach people on the street or, like you say, standing in line at a grocery store, even if I'm pushed. So my guides now know, no, that's not going to happen with me. Do you actually do that? Do you actually explain what happened with that lady and her daughter?
I stick my neck out all the time. I will talk to people if I feel like there's an open door there. If I feel they're open to me, I'll just go up and say, hey, I have something to share with you. And they're like, what do you mean? And then I'll share, and they're like, oh, okay, thank you.
I think.
Sometimes it's just like, I don't have time to talk right now, but this is what I am. Here's my card. I do have somebody who wants to talk to you. Email me.
Wow.
But it's like constant. And I'm rolling with it. I was told that there's big purpose in why I'm here and what I'm doing and the timing of everything. And I'm really working to trust that.
That is so cool. See, I just don't know if I would be, I don't think I could. And I say that, yet I have done it in circumstances where it's like, okay, I have to say something. Hi, I'm a medium. And most of the time, once you get that I'm a medium out, people's eyes go about this big. And you're like, okay, well, or they go,
yeah.
And you shut up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? But
a pretty quick read on if you could talk to them or not.
See, as a rule, I just have a thing where it's like, no, I'm not supposed to do that, so I'm not going to. Yet there is times where it's like, yeah, no, you need to. Funnier though is when you go somewhere, and I'll use today as an example. We went to watch the teams practice the Pro Women's Hockey League that we're here to see. There's a game tomorrow night, but today they were practicing out at Winsport, and we went out there. And I shouldn't have been there. I should have just been back here because I had an interview to do. Somebody was interviewing me, but something told me we had to be there. We met the 2 coolest people, a mom and a daughter. Her daughter has some kind of a rare disease that causes her joint pain, so she's in a wheelchair. And I just knew, as soon as we met, it was like, okay, this is why we're here. And within 10 minutes, we're both in tears and we're hugging each other. And it was just a real special moment. And those are kind of the moments that I get more where it's like undeniable. This is the universe putting us in front of who we need to at the moment we need to be put in front of it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely.
It's just bizarre to me. I still, 6 years later, thousands of readings later, and I still get blown away. I also still get blown away sometimes when I get specific information on people. your guides, I know I don't want to ask you this, but because I know it's going to be way the hell out there, but your guides are pushing. So out of all the readings you've done, is there one reading or one piece of evidential that you gave that you just stands out and you're like, this is the funniest thing ever?
Oh, the funniest thing ever.
Or the most bizarre in your, yeah.
Okay, well, there's a few.
Okay.
So last September, I was invited to a woman's home for her birthday reading. Early 30s, her and her best friend were there, and we sat down, and it was like a really good connection. I was making them laugh. We were having a really good time. And then I called one of them out. I said, "Are you a prostitute?" And she goes, "How did you know?" I said, "I get weirdly specific. Are you a prostitute?" And she started laughing. She's like, "Yeah, I online." I'm like, "Knock it off. You've got kids. They're going to see that one day." And she just starts laughing. She's like, "Okay, that's all the confirmation I needed. No more online prostitution for me." And I just started laughing. And her friend was laughing. And they were like, "This is the best reading ever." And like the one yesterday, I was at this gentleman's house. He just lost his wife to cancer not even a week ago. And she comes in and she tells me about his yellow car. And I said, "You had a really like yellow grungy car with black line in it, hey?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did." I was like, "Do you like Transformers? Because it's transforming into Bumblebee." And he started laughing insanely. He's like, "Everybody called my freaking car Bumblebee."
Oh, nice.
I'm like, cheers to that.
Right? It's funny how the spirits, souls, or even their guides, they will use whatever they can to make the person sitting in front of us understand that this is real. This isn't made up. One thing I'm going to ask you, but one thing I just drives me nuts is when I get a client who wants to test me, who comes in and I guess at my age, I'm 61. I know what I do is real. I don't need to prove to anybody what I do is real. And it bugs me when someone comes in. Do you have that happen, and how do you handle it when it happens?
I do. And I call them on it. If you're going to test me, there's nothing here for you.
Thank you. Right?
I got nothing to prove, and I will do it, and I will give them all the attitude. I have nothing to prove here. Know who I am. People know who I am. If you don't like it, and if you're going to be closed off, don't pay me $200 to sit here and have a conversation, because it's not going to do anything for you.
Right? I have literally, and it's only happened two times that I can think of off the top of my head, where I actually stopped the reading, said, "Sorry, we're done." And I've refunded their money because I'm like, no, it's not working. Or maybe I'm not your person. You need to go find somebody else. It's just not, and it's irritating to me. It's like, do you go to your doctor and test your doctor's knowledge?
They do, okay? They do.
Like, my goodness.
Which is also part of their journey, right? And their issues and whatever else, but don't bring me into it. Like,
and what bugs me, a lot of times it'll be other practitioners.
Yes. Right? So I have a good story for you. You're saying this for a reason. Yes, I know. A couple of years ago, I had this self-proclaimed psychic from Ontario reach out and says, "I am working really closely with my parents to get back my former boyfriend." And both of her parents had passed. And she wanted a half an hour reading with me to say what they had to say. And I'm going, "Okay. So you're working closely with them, but you need external validation." Okay. So we get on and she goes, "Hi." And I said, "Hi." Right away, they're telling me you need to drop it and move on. And she lost her mind. Started yelling at me, calling me a liar and a fraud. And she left me a 1-star review on Google calling me a liar and a fraud. And I come from a place of ego and all this crap. And I refunded her. And I said, "You know what? There's lessons here for both of us today. And I think you need to look at yourself too."
Yeah. Right. And I mean, it's it's funny. I find it funny how people, they'll come and they have an idea what they want out of a reading.
Expectation.
Unfortunately, not unfortunately, the souls on the other side and their spirit guides have another purpose for this reading. And I tell people, it's like, yeah, okay, I can bring Uncle Joe in, but that's not really what this reading's for. And they're like, well, what's the reading for? And I'm like, well, here we go. You have spirit guides, and your guides want you to know. Have you had that many people get angry with you over not giving them what they want?
I've had a few.
Yeah,
I've had a few. I've
yeah.
had to reword some things, right? So when people book with me, their confirmation email is reworded. And when I start things, I will tell them like what we want, what we need, and what we get are three very different things. And your readings are always what is intended for you in the moment, what you are ready to hear today, not yesterday, not tomorrow, not 10 minutes from now, right now.
Oh, that is such a big topic that has been coming up over and over and over for the last probably only 6 months. Yeah, probably more so in the last 6 months, is the importance of being in the now. And they want you to talk about how important it is to be in the now.
Mm-hmm. All suffering goes away when you're in the now. When you are mindful, when you are in your center, when you are in appreciation for everything that's around you, there's no suffering. There's no before, there's no behind. There's just right now. And right now is all we have. Right. Everything's happening all at once, right? Like time is just thing that we freaking made up. It's all happening all at once. So if we can stay focused and in the now, there's no suffering. There's only peace. There's only joy. There's only gratitude. And that's what more people need to do, is just become a little more mindful.
And all you have to do is go to any event. It doesn't matter if it's a sporting event, a music event, acting event. It doesn't matter. Everybody's got their dang phone out trying to take that perfect picture, that perfect video, that perfect selfie. And it drives me absolutely freaking crazy. It's like, check these at the door and be in the now. Because I remember we went to a concert not long ago, last year, and it was Bryan Adams. And it was the most specialist, there's a perfect word, concert that I've been to in many, many, many years. Mm-hmm. And obviously at 61, Bryan Adams was had a big portion of my growing up. His music meant a lot to us growing up. But there was some kind of energy at that concert, and he played for over 2 hours. And there was people who didn't put their phones down for the total 2 hours. Meanwhile, Angela and I are literally standing, holding each other, crying, listening to the music, because it was just that good. If I could change anything, I would just get rid of these damn things and be in the now. It is 7:39. There is no 7:40 yet.
No.
7:38 already happened. I can't go back and make Marliana stop swearing. I can't do that, folks. It's already happened.
You can't.
7:39 is 7:39, and we are. And I love the word you use. We're joyful. We're in gratitude, because it is just the now. There hasn't anything been bad happening in the now. There never is. It's happened in the past. It won't happen in the future if you're paying attention to the now.
Exactly.
Exactly. Goosebumps.
And it's such a like Buddhist practice, right? That's what they preach, is like living in the now, and the peace is in the now, and don't let this rule you, and detach from this, and sit here. And I'm a practicing Buddhist, can you tell?
Are you? And I was just going to ask that. And your guides kind of showed me the Buddha statue. And I'm like, why are you showing me the Buddha statue? That's funny. So do you consider yourself spiritual, or do you consider yourself religious?
I am spiritual. You can't box me.
Yes, right?
There's a lot of things about the Buddhist culture that resonate with me, that resonate with Creator, what's intended here, right? Like the mindfulness and working on yourself and looking inward for answers, and external validation only gets us into trouble sometimes. All of these things kind of like resonate really deeply with me. But I think that's a lot of like the healer side of me too, right? Like I'm versed with grief work, somatics, breath work, nutrition. I want you to work on yourself. I'm here to empower you, not to define your road,
Right.
right? So there's a bunch there with that, but I also really identify with the indigenous culture and their practices as well. Like I said, I've been absorbed into it through my
Yes.
whole life repeatedly. And yeah, you can't box me. I'm not religious by any means, but I do talk with Jesus. He's freaking hilarious.
Yes.
I have chat with Vishnu and Ganesh and uh, Buddha. Like I've chat with all of these guys, all of these deities, and they all have such a great perspective. And some of them have many faces, and some of them are angry, and some of them are tricksters, and some of them are here to help us. And we all have a job to do, and our sticks are all in the pot trying to make it better.
Nice.
It is such a gong show.
Now, when someone comes to you, I don't even know if you could put this into words, but what would the like a typical, there is no typical. What's a typical session with you like? Like is it, do you have ones where it's just mediumship, or is all of them everything piled in together?
Lately, they've been separating more.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of mediumship, loved ones coming in.
Yes.
A lot of medical intuitive stuff has been coming up.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. And a fun new thing that's only popped up in the past year or so is Mind's Eye Tarot and Mind's Eye Cartomancy. So they'll give me cards for people, and I'm like, well, I don't frigging know what this is. Get my phone out, I'm Googling it. I'm like, what the hell is this card? And I'm telling people, and they're like, yeah, that resonates. I'm like, oh, mic drop.
Right? Well,
It's a cartomancy, right? Like, what's that?
it's funny because when Angela and I do our thing on Monday nights where we do our mini readings and then we do a session called Healing Hearts, I will be pulling messages from either spirit guides or loved ones, and she will be doing just what you said. She'll be pulling cards and healing from the cards. And it's blows my mind because the energy and the power that is involved in that is beyond explanation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool. Where is the best place people can get in touch with you if they want to explore a session with you? Where is the best place for them to go?
Well, be prepared. Sessions with me are 90 minutes.
Okay.
They're not half an hour. They're not an hour. They're 90 minutes. Repeat bookings are an hour. You can book 30 minutes, but we go through very quickly and it's very surface. You can find me everywhere. I'm all over social media. Marliana Alisemon Medium. You can find me on Threads, Instagram, Facebook. Canada's social network.
Is there a network called A?
You freaking betcha. Get on there.
I'm gonna have to do that when we get off here.
It's great. It's fairly new, but it's growing like rapidly. And
Okay.
you can find me on my website, www.marlianaalisemon.com. I have a Google business page. You can find me there. Like I'm all over the
Everywhere.
place. And I'm always out in the wild
There
doing
you
markets
go.
and expos and working with people. You can find me everywhere. I'll
Where
be in
is
Toronto this year.
I've been following you on Facebook because I'm old and that's what I use because that's what I understand. You've been doing a lot of traveling to markets all over Canada. Is that correct?
Yeah, I have. Saskatchewan, BC, Alberta. I'm going to hit Manitoba and Toronto this year as well. Yeah, I'm excited. Toronto's ridiculously expensive, by the way.
Yeah, you think?
I've been looking at Airbnbs. And I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Just
If
keep my
anybody
life
lives in
going.
Toronto and has a room, get in touch with Marlena. Maybe you can work a deal.
Please. It's great. I can give you readings and healings.
Where is the next market you're going to be at?
Oh, the Soulful Connections Psychic Fair and Market in Red Deer with you.
We're going to be there too. April
Yeah.
11th up in Red Deer. If you're in the Red Deer area, I have never done this market. You have, I take it?
Yes, a couple times. 3 times.
I have been feeling that it's a very busy, super energy market. Is that a fair way to say it?
Yeah, it's a good one. And I don't know if you know Sue Pickering, but she's great.
I do.
And she puts on a great market. So I think you'll be really happy.
Yes, I actually was talking to Sue. She was in Blairmore when
Oh,
Angela and I were in Blairmore. She was there, and we chatted for a while. I'm excited because I've rebranded, as you know. I used to be Cavelli Channeling, and I love the name Cavelli, but it was too complicated to try to explain. So I've changed it, and now it's Kevin the Medium, and it's really cool to rebrand, and it's been fun. So April 11th will be my first unveiling of all the new stuff, which is going to be cool.
that's fantastic. I'm really
Yes.
excited to go. Are you going to be at the Wellness Expo at the end of April in Cochrane?
No.
Okay.
April
Well, I'll be
11th is April 11th is the last one we're doing because then we're starting to travel again. We're heading to Japan in May. Then I'm getting surgery in June to fix my ankle finally, and that'll take me all through summer.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll be an invalid. I turn that way because Angela's in the room beside me, and I keep telling her that I'm going to need to be looked after, and I want a bell. And every time I want something, I want to ring a bell. I don't think it's going to work, folks. I'm just saying.
Just so you know, the people around you are shaking their heads like,
I keep getting visions of black eyes when I do that. I don't know why. I think it's the bell.
Probably. Yeah.
Marliana, thank you so much for taking the time to come on tonight. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in April. And I'm hoping everything that you touch continues to go and you keep spreading that energy that you do because, man, we need more people in the world like you, where you're just so positive and such a full of joy because all you got to do is pick up your cell phone or turn on the TV to see how screwed up society is right now. And I keep telling people we need more positivity in the world. And if we could be an eighth of the positivity that you put out, and I'm not just blowing smoke up your butt because you're on our show. I've said that from the day I met you is you just radiate that love and radiate that joy. So don't ever stop being you. And other people who are listening, if you can feel and you can feel it through the airwaves. I know you can because every hair in my arm is standing up and I got goosebumples all over it. So if you feel that, take a walk tonight and just smile at somebody walking by you. Watch what the difference it makes. It's a big thing, folks. We need more of it. Till next week. No, it won't be next week. Till next show. Take care of yourselves and reach out